My name is Pia Toscano.
And I'm Haley Reinhart.
I'm Thia Megia.
I'm Jacob Lusk. I don't know. That's a good question.
You start.
I don't know. What are some misconceptions? I don't know. The misconception is that we know what's going on in the outside world because we really don't. Like, I don't know any misconceptions because I don't really know what people are thinking. I think people think it's a lot. I guess maybe that it's a lot easier than it is.
Yeah, that's a definite. I mean, it took us a lot of hard work to get where we are now, and on TV it looks a lot shorter than it is in real life. I mean, it's like it takes hours and hours to film stuff and do all that we need to.
Maybe how easy it is.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a lot of work put into this whole thing. So I mean, you never really know how it is. You can't live it unless you're in it. I mean, this whole experience, even now going into the tour bubble, is in itself only 101. Would it be 101? Because Casey's 11. And there's 10 seasons. 101 people only know what we're going through.
Yeah.
That's it. And I mean, I've heard from producers and people in the biz, and they've all said, somebody, I forget who, because I don't know why those things fly me, but he said, and now I know it's a he for some reason. Anyways, he was like, only 101 of you guys are going to know what this is like, and it's all about, truly, because there's just so many different things incorporated.
Someone said to us, so what do you guys do on your off time when we were like on the show?
Yeah.
You remember? And then they were like, so you like laying out by the pool and all this stuff, and everybody thinks it's a pretty good, glamorous life, but we're working so hard, and our hours are insane. So it's just like, and it's so much fun, and the reward is incredible.
Of course.
But it's a lot of hard work.
Yeah.
We're still learning a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I know life can get harder, and I know decisions that we're going to have to make can be tougher, but, or more tough. I don't know if tougher is a word. But as far as this goes, I mean, being on a bus with 14 chicks, I love you guys, but like, just all these different cycles that we're going through, I don't know what can compare to this and get harder. This in itself, like, this is such great training and experience that when we leave here, like, we should be ready to take on a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, we've pretty much have gotten a crash course in this whole music business through Idol, and right now we're on tour, and it takes a lot of people a long time to have to do what, to get where we are right now.
Start boot camp.
Right. So, I mean, it is tough. I remember last night I was one of the first ones in the bunk. I fell right asleep because I was so tired. But you were adapting to this whole thing, and it's wonderful. But it's tiring.
Yeah, that was our first night on the bus, and nobody woke me up. Thanks a lot.
Sorry, I didn't know. I was like one of the last ones off the bus.
The bus driver's like, "Oh, you're still here."
Really?
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, it's something to get used to. It really, really is.
I realized how strong I really am. I mean, throughout this whole experience, it's been I guess super tough. I mean, it's been so nerve-wracking, and you just don't know when, you don't know if you're gonna make it through or not, and so it's kind of like, what's gonna happen next? And it really takes a lot of will, and it takes a lot of strength as well to get you to where you want to be. And so I mean, I just realized how strong I was, throughout this whole thing, and so.
I don't know. For me, I don't know. Probably that our words and our minds have a lot of power. A lot of things, like the places that we are now, we spoke those things. We said we wanted to do them, and it took years and it took lots of hard work. I mean, you see her, she's 16, you're 16 now?
16 now.
She's 16 now, but you don't understand the amount of work that she had to put to get to this place, especially for me as well. I mean, years of gigging. A lot of people think that we just got here and it just, they're on American Idol, they just popped up and they just did that. It was a lot of work beforehand, and knowing that paid off, and knowing that the sacrifices that we made and the words and the things, when people told us that we couldn't, and we were like, yeah, we are, we're going to do it, and we're going to make it. I don't know if that makes sense, but that would be probably the thing that I learned most about myself and just the world in general, really.
I have to say, yesterday, this little girl, her name was Charlotte, she came up to me and her mom explained that she cried when I got voted off, and she literally started hysterical crying when I gave her a hug, and that was the best feeling ever, to have that impact.
Nice.
No, but like,
I know
just to have that impact on somebody and to be able to change a life like that, or even have some kind of influence. I remember feeling like that with some of my idols and people that I looked up to. So that was it was a good feeling. Not to make her cry, but to know that.
I'm kidding. I mean, like, God, the first time on the show, I think, when we got our first, little handful of fan mail.
Yeah.
And so there was this one from this little girl, and I opened it. It's my first one, and it starts off with like all this, scribbly writing and chicken scratch, and she's like, I love you, you're my hero. And I'm just like, and I was getting my makeup done, and I just started bawling, and the makeup lady's like, no, but I'm like, dude, I can't help it. It was, just, it's just crazy to see what an effect we have on people of all ages. I love seeing adults who are really into us, doing classic rock and stuff, so that's awesome too, but it's nuts.
I was actually sent a teddy bear, and the note actually said, whenever you hug this bear, think about all your fans. And so that was one of the sweetest gifts I've ever gotten. But most, like, all the fans that I've gotten to meet have been so sweet, and so it's all been so incredible for me.
For me, it's probably been the heartfelt letters that people have told me about them being able to continue going on, and just knowing that what I'm doing is encouraging people, and it makes it worthwhile knowing that, okay, I'm not just singing and people are just enjoying it, but they're being touched, and that's the biggest reward of everything.
It's not hard. It's just like, I know for me especially, I always wanted to be a role model for young girls especially, because I feel like role models nowadays are hard to come by, and some people have like not the easiest life, and they look to us as like the things that we do, we make it easier. I don't know. It's just like, but that's a cool part of it, to become a role model and all that stuff. And no, it's not like a hard transition.
No, I feel the same way. I've always wanted to at least be somebody that people can be inspired by.
Yeah.
If I wasn't singing, I always said there's a lot of things I would have liked to do, a lot on the right side of the brain kind of stuff, but being like a motivational speaker, something I really, really would have liked to do. Just speaking and helping people, I feel like I've always had this like magnetic force that pulls people that need help kind of towards me. So like if I could put my favorite passion and put that into use, simultaneously, it's just like the coolest thing ever. So there's not much I'd really change. Being yourself and getting away with it, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
We all have different idols, and so that we really look up to, and so when you do get those heartfelt letters, it really touches you, because you think about how inspired you are when you listen to your favorite idol, and when you learn about their story and what they've gone through, and just knowing that you have other people who are looking up to you in that way is super touching. And so you really inspire a lot of people out there. So
for me, yes and no. It's been hard, but I've always been a person in my upbringing. You have to really watch what you say, watch what you do, because there's always people watching you. And now we just have to be even more careful, because there are young kids who are looking up to us, who want to dress how we dress, want to sing how we sing, want to go to the same places that we go. So it's really just about making sure that you're true to yourself at all times. If anything, I think it's made me a stronger person and made me realize who I am as a person more, too.
We were just talking about this, actually, because we've both been through the process a few times. This was my 5th. This was your, second. And, you really just can't give up when you're told no. You just have to go even harder and take into consideration your critiques and go home, work even harder, and just never give up.
And, if things don't work out, it's only because there's a reason for it. And you could be the same person that day you walked in there in your first audition as you are the last night of the 5th time you tried out, but it doesn't matter. Just keep going in there and be yourself as much as possible.
Just sing your heart out, and don't let the judges intimidate you, because they can put on their poker faces, But basically, just believe in yourself and trust in what you can do, because no one can ever get in the way of what you want to do, and so just go for it. Just go for it, and believe in yourself. Sing your heart out, and just yeah.
For me, it's be yourself. Be yourself and don't be afraid. Don't be intimidated because the judges will look at you kind of scruff at first. And just go out there and have fun. And you got to remember, you're not the only person in America who can sing. We're not there. I'm sorry, it's kept. The top 11 is not the best 11 singers in the whole wide world. There's people who sing better than us, that may look better than us, but the reason why we're here is because we showed them our hearts and our souls, and we have fun.
Yeah, exactly what he said. So just go for it, sweeties.
Have fun.